all of the stunts you've done, do any of them stand out where you were like, no way, that's impossible?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, the obvious one that stands out is this, what I call the spiky fence. So it's a wrought iron fence
Yeah.
that is in Edinburgh, up in Marchmont in Edinburgh. This fence was something I used to ride past every day on my way to work in a bike shop called McDonald Cycles. I used to look at this fence and kind of imagine trying to ride along it. And it wasn't until I started working on a film around Edinburgh with my housemate at the time. We kind of got towards the end of the filming on that, and I built up this big catalogue of the dream spots in the city. And this fence ended up being probably the trick that's taught me the most in my entire riding career. So fence ended up taking me 4 days in total to cross, and I don't know how many attempts, maybe 400 goes or something like that.
Oh, right.
I used to kind of take, long extended lunch breaks off from work, go up there in the middle of winter. There'd be ice on the ground, icy patches on the ground. You try to find enough of a dry run up to hop up, and then like the fence is about maybe 5 foot high or something. And yeah, it's basically just got these spikes. They're not sharp on top, but certainly they feel sharp enough, let's say, when you're trying to ride along the top of them.
It's like you're riding across like a top of a torture pit or something, right? Or like,
yes, and it was the feeling, because normally there's a certain sense when you ride along railings, you can kind of sense, the bike gives you some kind of feedback. It's not like you're just floating up there. Sometimes I pulled the front brake a little bit, so there's a little bit of feedback from the bike. But when you're on the spiky fence, it was a sense of just get on there and just wish your way across to the far end, pretty much puckering the whole time, There's many times where I would slip and end up with the fence between my legs, a face plant to the side of it, all sorts. So, yeah.
Well, I can picture the fence very well because that was in your first film edit, right? That was with Dave Sowerby, is that right?
That's right. It was called, the film's called Inspired Bicycles.
Yeah, exactly. And so that, of course, was the start of your trajectory, right? That was your breakout moment. Amazing. Everybody I knew in the bike industry, we kept watching that clip of the fence over and over again in disbelief. Man, it's fantastic hearing you recounting that. And like, tell me like on run number 400, right? When you finally made it across, what did that feel like?
Well, I would say, after the third day of trying, of attempts, I'd actually given up. I'd had a pretty hard day of crashing on it. And I think I'd said to my friend Dave, the filmer, that was probably enough. We'd kind of put enough energy into it. And
you're like, this isn't going to go.
Yeah, like a few days passed, and then he's a very good BMX filmer, BMXer and BMX filmer, really part of like the proper core worldwide BMX kind of scene. And it was Dave's kind of, I wouldn't say persuaded me, but all he would need to do was sort of give me a look of just something I came to know well in the years to come working with him.
Sure.
He'd be like, you should probably go and you've put this much effort in, you should probably go and keep trying. So we went back for the fourth day and finally managed to get across. And I think the feeling was more relief.
Sure.
But it was I think almost the last trick we did for the film. I think I went and did one more trick that day, but it was a little bit of a feeling of finishing this wee film that we've been working on. It kind of taught me to sort of persevere, even when you weren't sure if it was actually going to be possible in the end.